Hey guys, we've got some budget builds coming up, and how do you keep them on budget? By buying parts at the salvage yard. Welcome to VTEC Academy. You're about to get schooled. All right, we're in used parts heaven. We are actually looking for accelerated pedal position sensor and electronic throttle control module. They come in a bunch of different cars. As we go, we'll check them out. Also going to get something for our Civic project that we're doing right now. We need like a clutch master cylinder reservoir, so we'll look for that too. Ooh, check it out, look what's for sale. Got an EF here. All right, look what we got for sale here. We got a little Civic hatch. Missing a few things, but in spite of the patina here, it's pretty much rust-free. $2,000 or best offer. Interesting. Probably a driver. By the way, you can offer them a lot less than what they put on here. That's just a starting point for negotiation. Remember that. If you come here, I would start off like $1,200 and go from there, see what they say. I don't need one of these as much as I'd like one of these. But anyway, let's go find our parts. I went online early on, and it looked like they had about 7 or 8 of the 01 to 05 Civics. That's for my reservoir. Hopefully at least a couple of them are manual transmission. As far as the Accord goes, they always have a ton of those. Oh, Junkyard dog. You know what? These are all new. So let's just take a quick stroll down here. You never know. Another thing I'm looking for is a 3.7. I mean, a 6-cylinder motor here is $300, $350. Okay, we are in the automobile section, so let's pull out our list. Okay, we have a list of all the Civics of the years we want with the rows that they're in. We're probably pretty close to row 39, so we'll head for that one first. When I'm just looking generically for parts, not something specific, I would actually walk down the backside of all the cars, because quite often they're exploded in the front like this and they're not as easily recognized, whereas walking down the back, I can look at both rows really easily and see whether or not it's a Honda just because I recognize them. And usually they're hitting the front, not in the rear, so they're a lot easier to recognize on the back end than they are on the front end. Here's our Civic. See if it's a manual or auto. It's a manual.
That's our reservoir right there, isn't it?
There is our reservoir. Can we get to it? Hit this hard in the front. This thing's kind of smashed up. The engine's been pushed back quite a bit. Everything seems to be in the way of our bracket here, but may wind up doing a little straightening when we're all done. But I think it's attainable. Well, it's a little bit too bent up for me to reach in there and grab the line. So we'll go ahead and leave that be. Our first score. Sweet. It's only slightly bent. Yeah, we'll bend it in a vise. If I do it right now, I'll probably break the plastic. All right, 1 part down, 2 to go. So I just went to the Pull and Save website, pulled it up by year. We have a bunch, actually 2 pages of Accords we can look at. So, cool. All right, we're starting row 40. Right there, start looking for our Accords. Alrighty, we found our first Accord. This is a V6 model, so it has our accelerated pedal position sensor. That's right there. It also has our throttle control module. That's inside the car. So let's get ready to pull those two. Bryce is in the way. All right, we'll take it out the bottom.
It's free.
Yep, it is free. A lot of people would have just came in and just cut this rather than unplugged it. Might have cut the cable rather than unplugged it. And I always feel like that's doing a disservice to the people that may come behind, because this is actually part of the engine harness, and somebody may be needing a complete engine harness. So just chopping it kind of ruins that. And if I was doing a J series swap with the new Honda J swap ECU, I could use this harness. So this would be a harness that I might modify to be manual transmission and use, but it needs to be complete. I don't need to be making a bunch of, I'm gonna already modify it for auto to manual. I don't want to be making a bunch of repairs as well. So I always hope that people are respectful of the, a little bit more respectful of the salvage yard. We used to own a Honda salvage yard, and one of the things that was kind of wild was people would come in and they'd need a piece of body side molding on the side of the fender, and they would just like unbolt the bottom, bend the fender up, ruining a perfectly good fender in order to get that piece of body side molding. So we closed down the yard, wouldn't let anybody back there, and we pulled all the parts. And we were able to sell not only that body side marker, but also, or a piece of body molding, but we're also able to sell a good fender. And I really wish that people would take a little bit more care when pulling these parts and not destroy stuff trying to get to their, you know, $5 part. Don't wreck a $50 part to buy a $5 part. Be respectful. We just got the accelerator pedal position sensor. Now we're after the electronic throttle control module. It's by the dash right underneath here. It's actually really hard to get to. We'll see. I've never tried it on a V6 Accord, so we'll see what it's like. And if it's easy to get to, great. If not, we'll maybe go look for a car that's got a broken dash that we can more easily kind of get in there and get to it. So it looks like somebody has pulled out the door lock and the lock on the handle as well. So we can't really get this door unlocked in order to get in here. I'm not sure I want to be crawling over everything, but I'm going to do that so I can take a look and see if it's easy to get to the module. I think what's going to be best is to find one of these Accords that has that the door will open on, and then that way we can get to it. Oh wait, let's see. We'll take the glove box out, the lower dash out. We should be able to reach up in there and get it. I got the bolt loose, but I need to get my hand up in there so I can get it out. There's this piece of plastic that is part of the... I always wonder if I'm going to pull back a bloody stump when I do this. Quite often I'll be digging my arm into some piece of metal that I don't really notice, and then when I get done I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding. Got it. Let's go ahead and pull the sub harness that goes with it. Got it. This was the hard one to get to. That was one that I chewed up my arm diving in there for. What?
What's up, dog?
Junkyard dog. Woohoo! Vicious.
Vicious. Don't pet the junkyard dog.
Wow. That was a lot smoother and quicker than normal. Anyway, I'm just going to cruise around and look for a few things, and then we'll head back.
Did we get everything on our list?
We got everything on our list. That was quick, huh?
Yeah. Usually it's an ordeal.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I am going to look for. here's something for you guys doing K swaps with a Accord TSX motor. If you can find a 03 to 05 Accord DX model, then what you will find is the throttle body without cruise control. And that throttle body will fit on the 06 Civic SI intake manifold that everybody likes to put on their TSX, and it won't interfere with the manifold. That second set of quadrants for the cruise control, that you need to use a spacer in order to use that throttle body, the normal throttle body. But if you find one for a DX, those are right on without interfering. So I'm gonna go look for that before we head back, because if I can find one, that'll just make this trip a bonus trip. You may have noticed I did not grab the throttle cable when I grabbed this accelerator pedal position sensor. The reason is the Accord is unique to the Accord throttle pedal, and it doesn't really work with your swap. So if you are looking for a proper throttle cable, get one out of the Element that is drive-by-wire. Any of those years will work and work with your Civic. So, pro tip. Should have been some EKs in this row and that row.
Yep. There's green ones. There's a couple green ones.
Let's go look at the green ones, because they have dark interiors, black interiors, I believe.
No, they're tan.
Tan? Oh, yeah, that's ugly. Yuck. I think this is row 52. There we go. I'm going to assume it had decent door panels, because they're gone. And they were manual. Oh. Never mind. I'm going to assume their door panel were Somebody took the top half off. Oh, they broke it. Holy moly. In Arizona, this upper part gets baked and just cracks. So I think we're going to need to hunt elsewhere. And look, somebody destroyed the dash, getting probably something out of it. Crazy. Yay, people. Quite often, like if you're going to visit on a real regular basis to look for certain things, what I used to do is I'd come down and I'd find out what row was partial, and then that usually told me where they were in the rotation, and I would just kind of keep track of that. So there was a time when I would visit, there's a 3 salvage yards real near each other, and I would just come cycle through them all the time and see what was new. Because oftentimes when they update the website, it comes days afterwards. So you find a TSX, by the time they put it on the website, somebody's already come and snagged the motor out of it. So by checking, 3 times a week, I was able to get some really good deals and TSX stuff and things like that. I haven't seen a TSX in a salvage yard for a while. There was one, there's a bunch of them, but they're not in Arizona. They're like Salt Lake City and Southern California. But we do need to find one, because it would be nice to put a K24A2 in one of the EKs and just show people how to do it, and actually keep drive-by-wire, because I keep getting the same email. People say, hey, I got a complete TSX, I want to use this as a swap, what do I need to do? It'd be nice to be able to tell them how to use that. It smells like barbecue. This is the K24W motor, I think.
Or at least it was.
But I don't think it's usable. I'm surprised they even have it in the yard. I mean, what are they trying to sell? The door? Maybe a quarter panel cut?
This right here.
Ah, that's in good shape. So is this door.
Rear brakes.
Rear brakes. Nice. Sweet. Not every day I get what's on my list, and today I did. I like that. So we're getting ready to head out, and we are going to pay for our stuff up front. Today is a discount day, so we're going to get a bit of a deal on this stuff. But I always ask for no warranty, by the way, because oftentimes I can inspect the part and see whether or not it's good. I mean, really, accelerator pedal position sensor, they never sell those. Electronic throttle control modules, they never sell those. These things aren't things that go bad. Reservoir, you can inspect it, see if it's good. This one's good. So we're going to take off and head back to the shop. Oh, by the way, Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you want to see more videos like this, why don't you think about liking and subscribing to our video channel. Leave a comment down below. Got questions about salvage yard hunting? Happy to answer them. Thanks again for tuning in.